Dad, is it okay to ask God for a sign?
What do you mean?
Well, Gideon asked God for several signs. Is it okay if we do the same thing?
The Bible doesn't say we shouldn't ask for a sign. However, we should always examine our motives.
Examine our what?
First, God is not obligated to do what we want. Second, we ought to trust God without a sign. But in this instance, God was calling Gideon to do something that he thought was impossible.
Wasn't God raising Gideon up to fight Israel's enemies like the other judges?
Yes, but we have the benefit of looking back on these stories. At the time, many of the judges were unsure, doubtful, and fearful that they would be able to accomplish what God told them.
So Gideon asked for a sign because he was unsure?
Yes, but it appears he was not unsure of God, but unsure of himself. Like many, Gideon thought God only uses the strongest and smartest among us. But Gideon learned that God often uses the most unlikely and overlooked people.
Why would God do that?
When God uses the weakest or least among us to accomplish his purpose, his glory is more clearly seen.
Is that why God only allowed 300 Israelites to fight against the Midianites?
It is. Gideon kept asking for a sign, and God gave him a sign. The sign demonstrated that Gideon should not rely on his own strength and understanding, but on God's power and wisdom.
So if we ask God for a sign, he might give us a sign that teaches us a lesson?
In this case, yes. I'm sure Gideon finally learned God can be trusted.
AKA faith.